Hello, this video will walk you through how to complete the deliberate practice plan in My Professional Growth System, more commonly known as MyPGS. First, you will need to log in to MyPGS through the Pasco County single sign-on website, https://pasco.truenorthlogic.com. The login information is the first part of your Pasco email address, the part before the @ symbol, and the password is your Munis password. Here I will be using a test teacher account. When you log in, you will be brought to your home screen. The home screen is consistently changing when things are added in the system for you and your job type, so it may look slightly different than the one you are seeing here now. However, the way you get to your evaluation section will remain the same. Across the top of the page, you will see various tabs. To get to the evaluation section of MyPGS, all you need to do is simply click on the tab Evaluations. Once you click on the Evaluations tab, you will be brought to My Evaluations. We're going to just click on here, Classroom Teacher Evaluation 2015-16. Once here, you will click on the Growth Plan tab if it is not already the active tab. On this screen, the Growth Plan tab is the current active tab. On the screen you have three containers, a how-to video, deliberate practice, and the finalized deliberate practice plan. In order to complete the deliberate practice plan, we're going to click on the container titled Deliberate Practice Plan. As you notice, we have three different components to the deliberate practice plan. The self-assessment, we're going to develop the deliberate practice plan, and then we have the deliberate practice plan reflection log. So the first requirement I need to do is complete the self-assessment. While these links are active, if you try to click on them, you will not be able to complete the activity until you complete the activity beforehand. So we click on the self-assessment, and here you will notice all the 41 elements in Domain 1. However, in this year, we're going to have 8 focus elements. In order to complete the self-assessment on those 8 focus elements, we're going to click Start New. Once loaded, you will notice that you only have elements 1, 6, 11, 12, 17, 18, 20, and 22 to self-rate yourself. Please read each element carefully. If you need to view the rubric, please click on the View Rubric link located underneath the element statement. To hide the rubric, you just simply click the View Rubric link again. As you're going through each element, please take into consideration your knowledge of the element plus past observation scores. You will go through and rate yourself on every single element. I will quickly do this just to show you how it's done. On the bottom I have two choices, Save Changes and Save and Exit. Well, since I've completed the rating, I'm going to save changes. The nice thing about the Save Changes is I do not leave the screen. If I hit Save and Exit, I will leave the screen. Once I am done and I am satisfied with my self-assessment scores, I'm going to click Finalize. This step in the self-assessment is not complete until you click Finalize. And it says your data was saved. Once here, I am going to click Save and Exit. That will save what I have done and exit me back to the home screen for the self-assessment. Here you will notice that I have completed it. It's marked complete. And it shows all 41 elements, but only the 8 focus elements that I rated myself are scored. Once I am done with this, I'm going to click the back button. Now notice next to self-assessment in the status icon, the status is marked completed. So now the developed practice plan has been opened up for me. And if I hover over the status icon there, it says status not started. So we'll click on Develop Deliberate Practice Plan. Here again, I will see my 8 focus elements in the rating that I gave myself. You will notice the A. The A does not mean you've marked yourself applying. That just signifies which self-assessment this is, whether it's self-assessment A, B, C, or D. All right. The ratings are across the top. So for element 1, the A is here. I marked myself beginning. After you scroll down past the 8 focus elements, you will notice 3 sections marked New. In this case, target element and growth goal for the classroom teacher, which is what my classification is, guiding questions and growth goal statement, and develop growth action plan. So here, I'm going to click New, and I'm going to choose which element I would like to do. In this case, I will choose helping students revise knowledge, because of the rigor of the Florida standards, I need to make sure that I'm getting my students to this level where they are revising their knowledge. What is my final goal? So I go back up here. I notice helping students revise knowledge. I rated myself as developing. So I want to get to at least applying. Once I have completed that, I am going to click Save and Exit. Notice Save and Exit doesn't exit out of the deliberate practice plan, it just exits out of that section, Target Element and Growth Goal. Now I'm going to come down to here to Guiding Questions and Growth Goal Statement and click New. In this section, I will complete these boxes based on the statement that is to the left of it. For example, current student behavior learning that I want to see improve as a result of focusing on this target. Here you will type the current status of your student learning or behaviors. Changes in student behavior or learning I expect to see as a result of focusing on this target strategy. Here you will type the changes in behavior or learning you would like to see by the end of the school year as a result of you focusing on this element. And finally, state your growth goal for this element. Here you will write a growth goal statement that states your current level and the level you want to attain. It can be written as a SMART goal or other similar format. Once you are complete, you will click Save and Exit. And then finally, I will go to Develop Growth Goal Action Plan and click New. In the Develop Growth Goal Action Plan section, you will describe the professional development activities that you're going to be involved in, the professional development objectives, and the expected student performance outcome gains. Under the professional development activity or activities, here you will type all the PD trainings, professional books, articles you may read, videos you may watch, meetings with your administrators, working with your PLC or instructional trainer coaches to help you on your targeted element. After you've completed this section with all the professional development activities, you will go down to the professional development objectives. Based on the PD activities above that you have written, here you will write the things you will incorporate into your planning, delivery of instruction, etc. to practice and enhance your skills from your learning of your targeted element. And then expected student performance outcomes and gains. Here you will just simply answer the question to the left. Based on my professional development objectives, which data source will be used and what evidence will there be to indicate that my student's performance has changed due to my growth in the targeted element. Once you have typed in all those sections, you will click Save and Exit. At this time, you have completed the 3 required pieces. If you would like to send an email to your administrator asking them to take a look at your deliberate practice plan before you mark it complete, you may do so. You click on Send Email, and it's got a basic email. You don't even have to type in anything. All you have to do is select your administrator. So if there's multiple administrators at your school, you're going to select your administrator that will be approving your plan, and then you will click Send Email. There's nothing else you need to do. This will send an email to your administrator to take a look at your plan to see if it's okay. After discussing with your administrator and everything looks good, you're going to mark complete. And you will notice the developed deliberate practice plan has a status marked complete, so I know I am done. Now it is up to the administrator to go and review my plan and approve my plan. Once my deliberate practice plan has been approved, I will notice next time I log in when I see this little lock symbol. That means the activity is locked, deliberate practice plan has been approved. After that, the deliberate practice plan reflection log is open and available for me. Once I click on reflection log, you'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters for me to go in, click on new at the end of quarter 1, and answer these questions. And I've given you some starters as a helpful hint. This is not necessarily how you need to answer these, but just to give you an idea. When you've completed the questions, you can attach a file uploading any evidence or support that shows what you have done with this strategy. Once you have completed that, you will complete Save and Exit. You will need to do this at the end of each quarter. When I go back to my main screen for my growth plan, you'll notice that my deliberate practice plan reflection log is saying status in progress. This will not show complete until the very end of the school year, when I have completed all 4 logs. And then at the very end of the year, when my deliberate practice plan has been completed with my reflection log and all my observations are done, my administrator will finalize my deliberate practice plan. And that is how you complete the deliberate practice plan in MyPGS. If you have any other questions or concerns, please reach out to your assigned administrator. Thank you for your time and have a great day.